Hello guys, this is Ian Fairley back with another episode of my Dinosaur series. Last time when I first started this series, we talked about the life of the dinosaurs, how it began and how it ended. We also covered that most dinosaurs wore feathers on their bodies like birds to stay warm. Furthermore, I explained how the mighty, amazing, awesome Tyrannosaurus Rex dominated the whole Cretaceous period over other dinosaurs. We also talked about how the intelligent Troodon was able to have forward-facing eyes and nocturnal night vision like today's owls. But do you really want to know what I didn't mention before during my first episode of my dinosaur series? It's that most carnivorous dinosaurs, like today's wolves, traveled and hunted in packs. This means that they are not able to survive without each other. While most carnivorous dinosaurs are solitary hunters, which means they like to hunt alone, others can work in teams to take down even the largest herbivorous plant-eating dinosaurs. Now compare that to a pride of lions teaming up to take down an angry, aggressive buffalo. I certainly imagine that, don't you? While carnivores traveled in groups called packs, herbivores traveled in groups called herds. As a natural defense against predators, it was really important for dinosaurs to stay in a herd, especially dinosaurs with long necks known as sauropods. While these long-necked plant-eating dinosaurs stayed in herds, they also used their immense size against predators that are smaller than them, but their immense size can also be used to reach leaves from the trees. And I mean trees taller than our regular trees, because sauropods are way bigger than a giraffe. So for this episode, I am going to talk about two giant behemoths from the late Jurassic period, Brachiosaurus and Apatosaurus. We'll start with Brachiosaurus. You may have heard of this dinosaur, maybe you haven't. Probably watched him in movies like Jurassic Park, or even read him in some dinosaur books. Brachiosaurus' name means armed lizard. This was because when paleontologists rebuilt the skeleton of Brachiosaurus, it was shown to have front legs bigger than its back legs. Pretty crazy, right? Not all sauropods have those. Maybe some relatives of Brachiosaurus, maybe. A full-grown Brachiosaurus was shown to be 82 feet long and 42 feet tall. That's about as big as two large school buses and a 5-story building. Being this big and large means that Brachiosaurus had no natural predators. Its size alone protected it. Brachiosaurus had a long, streamlined neck. This allowed Brachiosaurus to reach from tall trees and eat from them. Again, that's way bigger than a giraffe, and that Brachiosaurus reminds me of a giraffe. And since Brachiosaurus had high metabolism, as we discussed in episode 1, Brachiosaurus needed to eat constantly, and I mean forever, to maintain its body for a long life. In the late 1900s, paleontologists discovered Brachiosaurus in the USA, Europe, and Africa. Though the African species of Brachiosaurus was later reclassified as Giraffatitan, meaning giant giraffe. I live in the US, but I haven't been out on the continent in forever. Now that we've talked about Brachiosaurus, let's talk about Apatosaurus. The dinosaur name Apatosaurus means deceptive lizard because some of its bones resembled those of marine reptiles than a regular dinosaur. I mean, to you, this dinosaur kind of reminds you all of the fictional Loch Ness Monster. But we all know that Apatosaurus is actually a herbivore just like Brachiosaurus. During the 1970s, Apatosaurus bones were discovered in the western part of the USA. Apatosaurus was originally named Brontosaurus by paleontologist Othniel Marsh until a proper skull has been found for the dinosaur. And that's probably why Brontosaurus' name changed to Apatosaurus. It's still the same dinosaur though. When this skeleton of Apatosaurus was reconstructed, it was shown to be 70 feet long and 20 feet tall. That's about as big as 5 grown elephants. Imagine walking up or climbing 5 grown elephants. Apatosaurus was not as big as Brachiosaurus, so to reach the leaves in the trees it needed to stand up on 2 feet, even if it had a long neck. But similar to Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus also had a high metabolism. It needed to eat in order to grow. I mean, for a large dinosaur, it had to be really hungry. Apatosaurus' size may not have been enough to defend itself against a hungry predator. Apatosaurus' tail acts like a whiplash when fighting off meat eaters that try to attack it, or its children. That tail makes a snap so loud that it hurts the predator, probably injure its leg or bones. And those are all the facts of Apatosaurus and Brachiosaurus. And before I'd like to end this episode, did you know that most dinosaurs, if almost all dinosaurs, took care of their babies? If not, that's okay, because similar to reptiles and birds, dinosaurs lay eggs. The only changes are that dinosaurs lay eggs in sand or grass or any other place. As dinosaurs took care of their babies, they needed to feed them every day and teach them how to survive in the wilderness. And trust me, it's no different to how modern day animals do it. Anyway, that's all the time I made for this episode. If you liked this video, please subscribe and leave the like in the comments. Next time on my dinosaur series, we will be talking about ceratopsians, or horned dinosaurs. This is Ian Fairley, and thank you for listening.